celebrant for today. I'd like to welcome everyone who's come along to celebrate the life of Sue Ann Jacobs. It's lovely to see such a big turnout and such a colourful one. She was a very colourful girl that always wore bright clothes, and it's lovely to see that reflected today. She would have loved that. We are here to remember Sue Ann's life as a colourful one, and one that made its mark on everyone she met. I don't think that anyone Sue Ann met would forget her. She was a determined and vivacious young girl that grew into a determined and driven young woman. We lost Sue Ann at the age of just 20, when her family had high hopes for her future. Like so many young women, Sue Ann suffered with her own demons. She found shortcomings in herself that no one could imagine. She was a bright and gifted woman who made the most of her time with us. And I'm sure she was special to each and every one of you in very different ways. Let us not feel any anger or fear today. Today is a day of expressing our love for Sue Ann and feeling grateful she was part of our lives. It is important that you all remember the good times you had with Sue Ann and enjoy reminiscing together. If you are feeling grief, think about the link between grief and love. Without the love you had for Sue Ann, you wouldn't be feeling that grief. So I do encourage you to think about grief in a positive way. These words express what Wayne and Sue would like you to feel today. They know Sue Ann wouldn't want you to feel any guilt or burden. We must, however, learn from this and realise how fragile life is and how it can be taken away from all of us suddenly and without warning and without us being prepared for it. Nothing prepares us for a loss. Nothing prepares us for the hole the loss of a loved one leaves. We can feel bitter at the cruel blow we've been dealt, or we can feel grateful that we had the chance to have had Sue Ann in our lives. We can all feel joy at having been influenced by her bright spark. That influence can carry on. It lives on with all of you. What she has passed on to you, you can pass on to others. Remember the happy times and the times she made you laugh. Remember the friendship she offered you and the generosity she gave. That is how Sue Ann would want to be remembered. She left many lasting memories that will remain with you as long as you keep them alive. This is what we owe Sue Ann. I'd now like to ask her oldest and dearest friend Jen to come up and say a few words. If you'd like to come up, Jen. If you'd like to come up to the lectern. There. Okay. Just adjust the speaker for you.
Okay. I spent hours trying to write a tribute to my best friend Sue Ann, but nothing I seem to write seems to express just how and why she was such a dear friend for me. Instead, I found a poem that I think she would like. It was written by Conrad Aiken, a poet we'd studied together in English literature. Little did I know then how much these words would mean to me now. Music I heard with you was more than music, and bread I broke with you was more than bread. Now that I am without you, all is desolate. All that was once so beautiful is dead. Your hands once touched this table and this silver, and I have seen your fingers hold this glass. These things do not remember you, beloved, and yet your touch upon them will not pass. For it was in my heart you moved among them, and blessed them with your hands and with your eyes. And in my heart they will remember always. They knew you once, O beautiful and wise.
Thank you, Jane. You'd like to take your seat. Thank you very much. I'd now like to ask Wayne to come up and give the eulogy. Wayne, if you'd like to come up, please.
Dear Sue-Ann was in our lives for just 20 years. She made every one of those years count, from the moment she arrived until her last breath. She was our only child, and we felt complete with our family of 3. I'm not going to lie and say she was an easy and obedient child, but she always had this headstrong force that drove to achieve all that she set out to do. Sue-Ann created her own whirlwind wherever she went. She made herself goals throughout her life, and she always conquered them. In fact, she exceeded most of them. She made us proud parents who knew the effort and energy she put into her studies. She made us proud parents who knew how much she cared about her friends. She made us proud parents just because she was whom she was. She enriched our lives, and I know she enriched all of yours too.
To take your seat. Thank you very much. And now, to commemorate Sue-Ann's life, her family have put together a photo montage, which we'll look at to the soundtrack of This Is Me by Kesha. Excuse me.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words won't cut me down, I'm gonna send a flag, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat of drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. send a flood, get me drowning out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me.
Well, I'm sure you'll agree that was very moving. Thank you very much to everyone who put that together. That was amazing. Now, I know there are a lot of people who want to say a few words today. We don't have time for everyone during this service, but there are a few of Sue Ann's friends who have a special contribution. So if the first speaker would like to come up, I think it's Becky, if you'd like to come round.
Sue Ann was a close and special friend. She helped me so much whenever I was feeling down. She was an amazing person.
Thank you, Becky. Thanks very much. And I think it's Simon, if you'd like to come up, Simon. Oh, if you come round this way, sorry.
Run this way.
Yes.
Sue Ann inspired me to stick with my studies and give it my best shot. Without her, I would have given up. I wouldn't have completed my degree and I wouldn't have the career I've got. So it's because of her.
And Carmel, if you'd like to come up. You'd like to come down here. No, you can come round this way. Okay, you alright? Okay.
Sue Ann helped me set up a safe place on campus where we could go and feel comfortable. It has helped me and a lot of other students knowing when the going gets tough, we have a safe place to hang out. Thanks, Sue Ann.
Thank you very much. I'd like to take your seat. Now, I know a lot of other friends wanted to say something as well. So there's a collection box at the back of the chapel where you can write a little note directly to Sue Ann, and the parents will take that after the service. Would you please stand for the committal? To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose on earth, a time to be born and a time to die. Here in this last act, in sorrow but without fear, in love and appreciation, we commit Sue Ann Jacobs to her natural end. Please be seated. Sue Ann had a vitality and a gift for living her 20 years to the full. Let us remember her the way she would have wanted to be remembered. We pause now in silence to remember Sue Ann in our own special way. The way she cared for you and the way you cared for her. We now have some music that was chosen by Becky and very special to Sue Ann, entitled A Time to Say Goodbye, sung by Andrea Bocelli and Sarah Brightman.
Quando sono solo sogno l'orizzonte mai grande vorrò.
Wayne and Sue have asked you all to their home after the service to raise a glass to Sue Ann. Any of you who wish to go are more than welcome. And that's the end of the service today. If you'd like to make your way. My pleasure. I hope that was fine.
It was good.
You did very well.
Very good.
Very well.
So are you
Yes.
coming back for a cup of tea or?
Well, yes, I'll
Yeah.
come back for
Okay.
a quick cup of tea if that's all right before I go.
Good. Well, our doors are open, so.
Okay, are you expecting many?
Yeah. Everybody's invited, so we'll
That's
say.
very generous
Probably.
of you.
So, yeah, that's okay.
That's a nice thought.
Lots of kettles of water to boil, but that's
Yes,
okay.
yes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you've got some people helping you out.
Yeah. Yeah. A few of Suan's friends will come and give us a hand. so
Okay, wonderful. Well,
So-
you sound very organised. Very well done.
Thank you. Well, it
Okay.
was a lovely ceremony, so thank you very much.
Okay, all right. I'll
Okay.
see you
See you
later on
later,
then.
thank you.
mate. See
Right.
you there. That was very well done.
Was it? I was
yes.
worried that everyone couldn't hear.
No, I know you were nervous, but no, that came across really, really well.
I was worried I was speaking too fast.
I don't think so, no, I think it was very heartfelt, actually. So, you know, you said it with emotion, and that's really
Okay, well, thank
what
you.
came to hear. So you did a very good job under the circumstances. I know it was difficult for you. No, you did very, very well. Are you going over to the home
I am.
for a drink? Yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Will I
well,
see you there?
yes, I'll be popping by just as soon as I clear up here. So I'll see you over there.
Thank you very much
Okay.
again. Thank
All
you
right.
again.
Okay,
Thank
my
you.
pleasure.
Thank
See
you.
you there. Okay. If you'd just all like to make your way in your own time, that would be great. Thank you very much. Okay.